Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to create the angle stop, A-11 angle stop on page 36 in interpreting engineering drawings. Using plain carbon steel, units are inches, pounds, and seconds. The first thing I need to do is determine where to start from, just like every other model. In this case, I'm going to begin this model on the front plane, and I'm going to draw what I'm going to call the back of the part. So I'm going to click on the front plane, begin a new sketch, and I'm going to work from left to right. In this case, I'm going to draw the steps that I see in the angle stop on the back, what I'm calling the back of the part. So if you look at what I'm drawing here and then you compare it against the angle stop on page 36, I am essentially drawing the right side or the back side of this part. Okay, all I need to do is fill in my dimensions. The overall length of the part is 4 inches. It's 1.8 inches high. Looks like this is 0.8. This is 0.5. And this is 0.5. So I still have some underdefined geometry here, which means I'm missing something. Let's see, I'm missing this dimension of 1.2, and then I'm missing this dimension of 1.6. So if you ever have blue geometry, it's either because you're missing a dimension or you're missing a relation. So here are my dimensions. I'm going to revert back to my isometric view. And then I'm going to hit the Finish Sketch icon, navigate over to the Features toolbar, click Extruded Boss Base, and this is coming forward. This is being extruded forward by 0.6 inches. And then there's our base feature. So our base feature looks good. If I expand my feature in my feature manager, I can see my sketch. I have no negative sign, which means it's a fully defined sketch. It's correct. I'm going to do a file save, okay, because this is the perfect time to save your model. Always after you do the base sketch and the base feature, make sure you click file save. And now I'm going to draw, I'm going to sketch on the top plane the bottom right portion of the angle stop. So let's right click on the top plane to begin a new sketch. I'm going to hit normal to because I want to stare top down at my part. And I'm going to draw the shape that I see. So I'm going to sketch this like U shape, or this upside down U shape right there, right in the corner. And let me rotate my model so you can see where I'm at. I'm on the bottom of the part. You know, we're sketching on the top plane, but you know, technically we're on the bottom of the part, and we're going to take this shape and extrude it upward to 0.4. But before we can do that, let's fill in our dimensions because we have lots of underdefined geometry. So let's see, this distance is 0.4. This overall distance is 1.8. This distance is 1 inch. And from the back of the part to here is 2.2 inches. Alright, so what are we missing? Oh, the distance from here to here is 1 inch. So with all of those dimensions added, I still have blue geometry because this side doesn't know how long it is. We put this 1 inch dimension here, but we never put it here. So a couple of ways around that is to just add a duplicate dimension, which I don't suggest you do. I don't think that's the correct method. So I wouldn't advise doing that. What I'd rather see is you create a relationship between this line and that line. and that relationship is called collinear. So up underneath display delete relation, I'm going to click add relation, and I'm going to click these two lines and click collinear and hit the green check mark. So now if I rotate my model, you'll see that the shape is correct, my relations are correct, and my dimensions are correct. Then I'm going to hit finish sketch once all of this is in order. Features, extrude, and I want to come up to a depth of 0.4 and do a quick file save. Then you'll notice on the left hand side now we have two features and we had to draw two sketches to get there. So now the last part is the left side of the model. I want to build an H, or what that looks like an H shape. The book did make a mistake for this part, which I'll highlight in a moment. So now I'm going to click the surface I want to draw on. So I want to rotate my model by holding down the middle mouse wheel. Pick the surface I want to draw on. Create a new sketch. And hit normal to. Now I'm on the left side of the part. I'll rotate my part so you can see where I am. I'm sketching on this surface, and I'd like to look at the surface that I'm drawing. So now I'm going to draw this L shape as best I can. Kind of cheated there by just grabbing the corners of the part. Okay, let me rotate my part so you can see what I've done. Kind of, I guess just the top part of the H I drew. I'll sketch the other part in a second. But let's get our dimensions straightened out. So I want to add a relation between the top of the part that's here and the new part. And I want collinear, because I want this surface to stay with this surface. So this line must be collinear with that line. I also want this line to be equal to the length of this line. So let's add that relation. I'll make sure that only these two lines are selected, and then I'm going to hit equal. So that takes care of a lot. And the only thing I have to do now is add this, which is what the book failed to do. So that's 0.6. So now I say to myself, all right, well, I need another notch down here. So I need to kind of sketch it. So I'm going to draw it using the line command. I'm going to come up, I'm going to come over, and then I'm going to come down. But what I have to remember to do here, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it, is I have to trim this line away. In order to do that, from the sketch toolbar, I'm going to click the Trim Entities button, and I'm going to drag, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to left click and drag my cursor up across this line. So right now I'm cutting, and as soon as my cursor left clicks and drags across, it trims away that line. So now one more dimension from here to here of 0.6. There's the H shape. I'm going to finish my sketch and extrude it forward by 0.6. Oh, I made a mistake. So that's the second mistake today. So now what I'm going to do is delete the relationship that I have here, because I thought that this was connected and it clearly isn't. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Okay, file save. £1.35.